You can critique the system that you exist under, even if you benefit from it. You understand that, right? That is so crazy. Every time, kind of hypocritical that you don't practice what you preach. Why don't you practice what you preach, hypocrite? Every time you open your mouth, it's like you're auditioning for the role of out-of-touch leftist of the year. You say one thing, then completely contradict yourself the next day. It's almost impressive how consistently wrong you are while pretending you have all the answers. Dude, you've been following me for 17 minutes. You got all of that in such a short period of time? That's pretty sick. Also, Messi is the best, bozo. Argentina on top. L. Messi haters. Yeah, this does look like ChatGPT might have written this. He can't be this much of a bot, I don't think. Give me an example, dude. What is hypocritical? Hasan Piker, I am scared of you. Why? Actually, you've done something revolutionary. You're a bit famous in some parts of Saudi Arabia for those who are learning English as a second language. In other words, you are their first exposure for many Saudis in regards of English political coverage and leftist politics. That's crazy. Refresh. What do you say? You're just another millionaire leftist pretending to be on the side of the working class. That's it? That's what you got? Brother, I can't stop motherfuckers from subscribing every time I flex, okay? Here, watch. Hey guys, if you want to support the stream and watch me flex my muscles, you can subscribe. It's voluntary. You can do that for $6 or for free with a Twitch Prime, okay? Or you can get gifted a sub if you're lucky. This way you can actually have access to the VODs as well as send me links. There you go. Do you see that? Do you see that? Chatter, do you see that? Was this an exploitative process for you? Was this inherently a hypocritical exploitative process or what? And here I'll do a little bit of that revolutionary act that you were talking about before. There you go. There you have it. It's honestly hilarious that you preach about dismantling capitalism while making bank off of Twitch and YouTube, hypocrite. Brother, I don't think you understand anything about what you're saying. One, I've never presented myself as a revolutionary. If anything, everyone always calls me a dirty revisionist. That's number one. I don't know if you know what those words mean, though. Also, simultaneously, once again, what you are describing is not at odds with my worldview or with socialism at all. You're just presenting a false notion that socialism means you have to live this ascetic lifestyle. Socialism means you have to wear a barrel, okay? Socialism means you cannot be successful. Do you personally have an issue? Maybe that's what the problem is here. Feels like you're just mad that people are voluntarily giving me money because they like the content and they subscribe to support and also to avoid the ads when I run them. When will you apologize to Israel? When they abolish their apartheid. But even then, I'm not going to apologize. Like, this is envy masquerading as political commentary. You understand that, right? I just don't like that you're rich. I don't like that you're successful. So I'm just going to say, like, I'm just going to assume that it is directly at odds with your own, with your worldview when it's not. Now, the difference is I want you to have financial independence. I want you to live a life that is worthy. I want you to have dignity in your work. I want you to have free healthcare. And it's okay when I get taxed more as a process, as a part of that process. I'm fine with that. I want that. I advocate for it. And none of that is even socialism regardless. But I don't think that I'll be able to get to you no matter what. But it is such a strange phenomenon that people will literally be like, oh, dude, you want better things for everyone? Okay, that means you have to literally eat dirt. Sorry. That's how it works. Does this guy have anything else? The issue is the system, not the individual. People can critique capitalism and want systemic change, even if they've benefited from it. Hell, it's the system itself that rewards those who get in the game, whether they like it or not. You're not going to just completely escape it by being a good socialist and living in poverty. That's ridiculous. Wait. Okay, I think I'm talking to a bot. No, this is literally ChatGPT. That's a bot. It's a bot, and it agreed with everything I just said, which is kind of scary because there's a lot of chatters that do this thing where they act like they are opposing my viewpoint while they're just simply repeating my viewpoint. And I think we bricked the bot a little bit. I think the bot broke. Where's that bot that we were talking to? Let's see if he responded more. What? Are you slow? Read the last words. Literally just a hypocrite that don't understand basic English, Lamau. Kind of cute how you just called me a bot because you couldn't debunk or let me finish my argument. Nice fallacy. What? What fallacy would that be? Yeah, I read your argument and it seems like you're in agreement with myself. The issue is the system, not the individual. People can critique capitalism and want systemic change even if they've benefited from it. Hell, it's the system itself that rewards those who get in the game, whether they like it or not. You're not going to just completely escape it by being a good socialist and living in poverty. That's ridiculous. Yeah, we are in agreement. Okay? What's the disagreement? That's my argument. You're making my argument towards me, but that also ultimately means that I'm not a hypocrite in the way that you understand it. So either you copy pasted this from someone else. The problem is not that you're living a rich life. I don't care. It's that you're living of the system you hate and literally benefit from it. What? Okay, this is at odds with this. Okay? Brother, let me ask you this. Do you think the system that you exist under is good? Like, what are you saying? You can critique the system that you exist under, even if you benefit from it. You understand that, right? How is this any different than people being like, why don't you leave America if you hate it so much? And there is no escaping capitalism. What am I supposed to do? Oh man, if you critique capitalism, why don't you fucking literally live outside of it? There's no way to live outside of that structure. No, that's not hypocritical, dude. You're fucking stupid. Originally, that's the point I made to you, that you're dumb and you don't understand it. Brother, in the abolition era, people wore garments, okay, during slavery, okay? And if all of the production of garments came from the cotton gin, or slaves had picked the cotton, okay, in that process, you're still wearing a t-shirt, but you can also actively advocate to abolish slavery. Now, obviously that's not the case, but like there are certain things you cannot escape. For example, I'm sure you are not in favor of child slavery, right? No one is. That would be ridiculous to be in favor of child slavery. You're not in favor of child slavery, and yet you are materially benefiting from child slavery, as we are all right now. There are plenty of conflict minerals that are rare, that are mined by children, that are in your batteries, in any number of different things that you use on a daily basis. You can still use your fucking iPhone or numerous other electronics. I didn't consent to this argument. It just doesn't make sense. This is super basic stuff. There's a reason why people say there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. It's not a cop-out. It's just how the world is. Okay? You absolutely can still advocate to abolish child slavery while still using the electronic equipment that came from child slavery. This is like when people say you work for Amazon, you piece of shit. Why don't you start your own website? And it's like, there's nothing I can do in that process. I would still need to use AWS if I were to manage my own website. I would still have to use Amazon. Yeah, it's the meme. It's the we should improve society somewhat, yet you participate in society. Curious, I'm very intelligent. This meme is older than dirt, and yet people still don't understand it. Anyway, maybe we'll get to this chatter. Maybe he'll get it now. Like, the inverse of this is also weird to me because people will come in here and they get mad and they're like, why don't you advocate for the shit that rich people are supposed to advocate for? Like, that's what I don't understand. I would make a shit ton more money if I was doing that, you dumb fuck. Like, that's why this argument holds no weight. There is so much more sponsorships that I could take on, so much more money that I could make if I was just simply a right-wing grifter. Steven Crowder does not have the same level of fucking motion that I have, and he was getting a $50 million contract from the Daily Wire. It doesn't take much to be like a solid, reliable, incredibly wealthy Republican commentator. This is what I don't understand. What do you want me to do? Advocate for the opposite positions that I'm advocating for currently? Dog, you're rich. Why do you want to fucking look out for people who have less than you? Is an insane argument. Like, what do you mean? What, you think that's my only avenue? You think this is a grift? Yeah, I chose the hardest route. I was like, you know what? And by the way, suspiciously enough, I had the same exact opinions when I was broke as fuck too, mind you. Like, I had the same opinions when I was broke. I have the same opinions in my current financial situation. And and sometimes chatters will come in here and be like, why don't you just advocate for the things that rich people advocate for? This makes no sense. And if you think like this is my only avenue to generate income, you're a fucking idiot. I have the gift of yap, okay? I can use it for reactionary right-wing commentary as well. Trust me. You're a delusional idiot. Yeah, sure. We all live in a capital system and benefit from it in some way, but the difference is how you use that privilege. You can acknowledge you're benefiting from a flawed system, but that doesn't mean you have to actively profit from it while claiming to fight it. It's not about escaping the system entirely, but using your platform and wealth to dismantle it or at least challenge it. Its worst excesses. Lemau, be quiet, please. I think this guy 100% agrees with me. Like, I'm serious. I think he just agrees with me. And he just doesn't realize that he agrees with me. Because you hate me for what I suspect is, if the reasons that you brought forward are the reasons that you hate me, then you shouldn't hate me at all. You should actually love me, as a matter of fact. But I assume that you just have never really watched or are completely oblivious to what I do on a regular basis. So that's why you have this opinion, which is fine. If you stick around, I think you'll have your mind changed. Getting you banded and worse, so they're back to the same three arguments is sad. I think after years and years of trying to hit that over and over again, it doesn't make sense anymore. Bad time to make this argument when you just stop running ads? Yeah, I know. Open the schools, abolish homeschooling. I think there's something to be said about people whose only investment in this process is simply undermining someone like myself by lying. And there are so many people who I think would probably agree with me and would be way more charitable to what I represent and to what I do if they weren't originally primed by people who just want me to go away, by people who just want me to take an L and just stop making content. Nah, you're too controversial and a hypocrite. Why would I be here? This is just one example of how you're one. You're literally dangerous. No, okay, yeah, no. This person has been like negatively polarized. It's fine. Brother, listen, stick around, watch every now and then. I think you will realize that you've been lied to. You know what I mean? It's wild because I'm well aware I'm a 6-year sub. I'm well aware that I've gifted a ton of subs. I'm well aware that you can use that money however you want and give it because I believe your message is true and good. I want others to see it. It's ironic. There's like a shit ton of EU chatters who would probably agree with my worldview if they like watched my shit first instead of like watching a drama farmer who doesn't understand what they're talking about. Clipping shit out of context. Bro called you dangerous. I don't get it. No, there's a lot. That's the meta. Remember what I said? It's like one man's own personal vendetta against me and how resentful he is and how jealous he is. You can't just say that openly if you're a content creator, because then most people will be like, the fuck? Why am I supposed to care about this? So what you have to do is package that jealousy and resentment and anger in like a righteous cause. And the best way to possibly do that rationalization is by saying like, this person is bad. And not only is he bad, but he's also like dangerous. He's scary. He's a hypocrite. He's everything that's bad. You know what I mean? Because if someone were to just simply be like, yeah, this fucking Twitch streamer is, I am a, kick streamer and I'm jealous of this Twitch streamer has like greatly outshined me in this space. I hate that, and we should, you know, do everything in our power to cyber harass them endlessly and cut content endlessly. Most people will be like, okay, this is a little weird. Maybe you should give it up. But if you say that I'm ontologically evil and you have to do anything and everything you can to take me down, then a lot more people who are ideologically opposed to what I have to say will join the cause. You know, that's it. Honestly, you're just mad. What? No, I'm not at all. I was too someone who originally found you through controversy and people shitting on you, and it intrigued me, but I've come and stayed along to make up my own mind, and it made me realize how so many people simply give you shit because they need someone to be mad at or jealous at, want clout, etc. Sadly, not enough people feel free to do that. Yeah, but I mean, the greatest antidote to slander is the truth. And if you stay in here long enough, I promise you, your worldview will most likely change. And not only will your view of me will change. And then soon after that, I think your worldview will probably change as well. And then you'll start going to the gym, and then you'll become more confident, and then you'll get pussy, and then you'll be healthy. God damn, dude. Holy shit.